For years, Brussels sprouts were the dinner table villain, bitter, smelly, and mushy, dreaded by kids and adults alike. But then, something remarkable happened. The Brussels sprout staged a culinary comeback. Suddenly, it was the star at trendy restaurants, crispy, caramelized, and delicious. Chefs roasted, shaved, and fried them, transforming the sprout's reputation. This wasn't just a shift in taste, it was a perfect storm of science, agriculture, and new cooking methods. The story of the Brussels sprout is one of redemption, proof that even the most maligned foods can become beloved. So, how did this transformation happen? Let's peel back the layers and find out. Before we dive into the world of Brussels sprouts, let's clear up a common myth that's been floating around kitchens and dinner tables for years. Brussels sprouts aren't just miniature cabbages, even though they might look like tiny versions of their leafy cousins. While they share a similar green hue and layered leaves, their story is much more interesting than simply being a shrunken cabbage. In fact, Brussels sprouts are the edible buds of a remarkable plant species called Brassica oleracea. This single species is a true marvel of nature and agriculture, because it's responsible for giving us a whole family of vegetables that you probably know and love. Broccoli, cauliflower, kale, and, of course, cabbage. Each of these vegetables is a different expression of the same plant's potential, shaped by centuries of careful cultivation and selection. Think of Brassica oleracea as the ultimate vegetable shapeshifter. Over generations, farmers have encouraged certain traits, like big leaves, tight flower heads, or compact buds, to create the diverse vegetables we see today. Broccoli is the plant's flower, kale is its leaves, cabbage forms a dense head at the top, and Brussels sprouts are the small round buds that grow along the stalk. Unlike cabbage, which forms a single large head at the top of the plant, Brussels sprouts develop as axillary buds, meaning they grow in clusters all along the tall, sturdy stalk. If you've ever seen a Brussels sprout plant in the field, you'll notice rows of these little green orbs nestled against the stem, each one a potential bite of flavor. This close family connection explains why Brussels sprouts, kale, and cabbage share those distinctive flavors, slightly bitter, sometimes peppery, and always a bit earthy. These flavors come from natural compounds called glucosinolates, which are found throughout the Brassica family and are part of what makes these vegetables so nutritious and unique. The same cooking tricks that transform kale into crispy chips, like roasting at high heat or tossing with a bit of oil and salt, can also work wonders on Brussels sprouts. When roasted, their edges caramelize and their flavors mellow, turning them into nutty, sweet bites that even skeptics can love. So next time you spot a Brussels sprout, remember, it's not just a tiny cabbage, but a unique member of a fascinating botanical family. Its journey from wild plant to dinner plate is a story of transformation, adaptation, and culinary creativity. By understanding the roots and relationships of Brussels sprouts, we can better appreciate not just their taste, but their place in the rich tapestry of our food history. The Brussels in Brussels sprouts isn't just for show, it's a nod to their Belgian roots. Belgian farmers began cultivating these little buds as early as the 13th century, perfecting them over generations. The region's climate and soil were ideal, and the vegetable became a local delicacy. As sprouts spread across Europe, their name honored their origin, choux de Bruxelles, or cabbages of Brussels. This connection to Belgium is more than a label, it's a tribute to the farmers who saw potential in these tiny green buds. Even today, Belgium celebrates its namesake vegetable in traditional dishes. Every sprout on your plate is a bite of living history. If you've never seen Brussels sprouts growing, you're in for a real surprise. Unlike many vegetables that grow underground or in compact heads, Brussels sprouts grow in a way that's both unexpected and fascinating. They sprout along tall, sturdy stalks that can reach up to 3 feet high. These stalks stand proudly in the field, dotted with dozens of small green orbs. It's a sight that often catches first-time visitors to a farm off guard, as the plant looks almost alien compared to more familiar crops like lettuce or cabbage. The sprouts themselves form in a beautiful spiral pattern, wrapping around the stalk from the base all the way to the top. Each sprout is a tightly packed bud, nestled against the stem, and as the plant matures, these buds grow larger and more defined. This spiral arrangement isn't just visually striking, it also allows the plant to maximize space and sunlight, ensuring that each sprout gets the nutrients it needs to develop. When it comes time to harvest, a single Brussels sprout plant can yield up to 40 or even more sprouts, making for a truly impressive and bountiful harvest. Farmers carefully snap or cut each sprout from the stalk, filling baskets with these miniature cabbages. The process is both labor-intensive and rewarding, as each stalk represents months of careful tending and patience. To encourage the sprouts to grow bigger and more uniform, farmers often remove the lower leaves from the stalk as the plant matures. This simple act of pruning helps direct the plant's energy into the developing buds, resulting in plumper, tastier sprouts. It's a technique passed down through generations of growers, and it makes a noticeable difference in the final crop. And here's a cool fact: Brussels sprouts actually taste sweeter after they've been exposed to frost. When the temperature drops, the plant responds by converting its stored starches into sugars, which helps protect it from the cold. This natural process gives late fall and winter sprouts a noticeably sweeter flavor, making them a seasonal favorite for many chefs and home cooks alike. That's why Brussels sprouts harvested in the colder months are especially delicious. At winter markets, you'll often find freshly picked sprouts that have just been kissed by frost, their flavor at its peak. These cold weather gems are highly sought after, and their sweetness can transform even the simplest dish into something special. Some markets even sell the entire stalk, allowing you to see firsthand how the sprouts grow in their natural formation. Bringing home a whole stalk is not only a conversation starter, but it also keeps the sprouts fresher for longer. It's a unique way to connect with your food and appreciate the plant's unusual growth habit. From the field to your kitchen, Brussels sprouts have a remarkable journey. Whether you roast them, steam them, or sauté them, each bite is a reminder of the plant's resilience and the care that goes into every harvest. Next time you enjoy Brussels sprouts, you'll know the curious story behind how they grow, and perhaps appreciate them just a little bit more. For decades, Brussels sprouts were infamous for their bitterness and smell. The culprit, glucosinolates, compounds that, when cooked, break down into bitter, sulfurous chemicals. Boiling was the worst offender, turning sprouts mushy and maximizing those unpleasant flavors. This bitterness is actually a natural defense mechanism meant to deter pests, but it also deterred generations of humans. Some people are even genetically more sensitive to these bitter compounds. The sprout's bad reputation was a mix of chemistry and poor cooking. To redeem it, both the vegetable and our cooking methods had to change. The first breakthrough came from science, not the kitchen. In the 1990s, Dutch scientist Hans van Doorn pinpointed the compounds making sprouts bitter. Breeders used this knowledge to cross old, milder varieties with modern ones, gradually reducing bitterness through traditional breeding. By the early 2000s, a new generation of sweeter, milder Brussels sprouts hit the market. These modern sprouts didn't unleash the same bitterness, even when cooked. Most people didn't realize the sprouts had changed. They just knew they tasted better. This quiet revolution set the stage for a culinary comeback. All that was left was to find the perfect way to cook them. Enter high-heat roasting, the technique that transformed Brussels sprouts from dreaded to desired. Roasting brings out their natural sweetness through caramelization and the Maillard reaction, creating deep, nutty flavors. The outer leaves crisp up, adding irresistible texture. Roasting also minimizes the release of bitter sulfur compounds, unlike boiling. Suddenly, a drizzle of oil, a sprinkle of salt, and a hot oven turned sprouts into a crowd pleaser. Chefs and home cooks experimented, adding bacon, balsamic, cheese, or lemon. The roasted sprout became a culinary star, winning over even lifelong skeptics. The roasting revolution didn't just save the sprout, it made it trendy. The humble vegetable was reborn. Beyond flavor, Brussels sprouts are nutritional powerhouses. They're low in calories but packed with vitamins, especially vitamin K and vitamin C, plus vitamin A, folate, and manganese. A cup of sprouts has more vitamin C than an orange. They're also rich in fiber, supporting digestion and heart health. Even the once dreaded glucosinolates are antioxidants, helping protect your cells. Now that sprouts are delicious, it's easier than ever to enjoy their health benefits. Whether roasted, shaved, or sautéed, every bite delivers a potent nutritional punch. With Brussels sprouts, you get both flavor and nourishment. The Brussels sprouts redemption is global. Once dismissed as a bitter vegetable to be avoided, it has now found its way into kitchens and onto plates across continents. This humble green orb has become a culinary chameleon, adapting to the tastes and traditions of cultures worldwide. In the US, Brussels sprouts have undergone a remarkable transformation. No longer just boiled and bland, they're now roasted until caramelized, fried to crispy perfection, or shaved raw into vibrant salads. Chefs and home cooks alike experiment with spices, glazes, and toppings, making them a staple at holiday feasts and weeknight dinners alike. In Belgium and France, the birthplace of the sprout, tradition reigns. Here, they're gently braised in rich, creamy butter, or paired with smoky, salty bacon for a dish that's both comforting and indulgent. These classic preparations highlight the sprout's natural sweetness and elevate it to a delicacy. Italy brings its own flair, sautéing Brussels sprouts with savory pancetta and bright lemon. The result is a dish that's both hearty and refreshing, a perfect balance of flavors that showcases the sprout's versatility in Mediterranean cuisine. Across the Channel, Britain roasts them with chestnuts and fragrant herbs, especially during the festive season. This combination creates a dish that's earthy, aromatic, and deeply satisfying, a must-have on holiday tables. Even in Asia, Brussels sprouts have found a new identity. Stir-fried with soy, ginger, and garlic, they absorb bold flavors and take on a whole new character. Some chefs pickle them, adding tang and crunch to fusion dishes that surprise and delight diners. Their sturdy texture and bold, slightly nutty flavor make Brussels sprouts adaptable to countless cuisines. From street food stalls to fine dining restaurants, chefs around the world are finding creative ways to celebrate this once maligned vegetable. The sprout's journey from bitter outcast to global favorite is complete. Today, it's not just tolerated, it's celebrated, enjoyed by people of all ages and backgrounds, and featured in meals that bring friends and families together. With a little science and a lot of heat, even the most maligned food can become a star. The secret lies in unlocking its hidden sweetness and transforming its texture, turning skepticism into delight with every bite. The Brussels sprout has truly earned its place on tables around the world, a testament to the power of culinary creativity and the universal joy of sharing good food.